understand one thing. We saw the effect of Corona. Corona impacted our body. People were dying. But now this is going to impact your brain. So you will find lot many people insane going around.
What is this I'm doing? I have got this vessel in hand with water. So let me complete this process and I'll get back to you.
A lot of news is rolling around. Some catastrophic event is going to take place. Mass destruction is going to happen. And solar flares are going to attack the earth. Is it all hoax? No, not at all. I should tell you, this is not a hoax. This is a truth that solar storm is hitting our planet Earth. And that solar storm is of a very high intensity. And there is one more event that is happening, that is flipping of the sun. So when such kind of flippings happen, then solar storms are common. But there is nothing to be worried about? No, there is. Because it is going to affect human life. It is going to affect our Earth. But Earth has got a capacity to sustain such kind of solar storms. How? Because there are oceans, so oceans will evaporate water, and because of evaporation, Earth will cool down, and definitely it is going to bring lot of rainfall. So these 2 years, 2024 and 2025, both years will have an impact of this event. So how it is going to impact on human beings? First of all, definitely some destruction is going to happen. Destruction by heavy rainfall. Definitely few people who are weak and old age, they will find it difficult to survive in this environment. The reason is, especially in the tropical areas, excessive heat will impact the human life. But this is all secondary. There is some other kind of an effect that is going to happen, and that effect is going to be very, very long term. I'm telling you. And that effect is going to be on human brain. Because geomagnetic storm, when it hits the earth, it has a major impact on the magnetic field of our planet. And this is not a small event. It will continue for another 2 years. So in these 2 years, because of the changes in our magnetic field, because sun has a magnetic field, moon again has a magnetic field, and because of the solar storm, these are the magnetic waves that are coming towards the earth. So definitely the magnetic waves will affect the earth's magnet and magnetic field. So because of this effect, our brain or our emotions will be changing. Emotions will be changing in the manner, people who are spiritual, they are going to become more spiritual. People who are aggressive, they will become more aggressive. People who are emotionally vulnerable, they will have a major setback in this period. Because these kind of people will face psychological issues. So what we have to manage in this period is the brain. It is going to be a good news for the psychiatrists, but there are remedies and we can easily control these kind of issues. First of all, we'll have to make some lifestyle changes. When you are sleeping, your head should be towards south or towards east. But now, for these 2 years, you should be sleeping in a manner that your head has to face the south, because our body is a magnet. So when magnet is placed in a reverse polarity, the magnetism of the body or magnetism of anything that is placed in that manner increases. And when the magnet is lost, our body magnet is lost, then we start feeling weak, emotionally weak, nervous breakdown kind of things happen. So we have to sleep with our head towards south. This is the thumb rule. First thing that we have to do. Second, we have to practice Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. Because Nadi Shodhan Pranayama balances both the nadis. And these kind of events, what they do is, they basically impact on our nadis, our energy system. So our energy system is disbalanced, and that is the reason of all the kind of psychological issues, all the kind of issues related to brain. So when this disturbance happens, this disturbance leads to some permanent damages in our body and nervous system. So before that damage happens, we should start practicing Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. There is already a video of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama in this channel. I'll place the link in the description box. You can go and check, or you can just search the channel. You'll find it easily. The second thing that you need to do is, you have to practice at least 2 mudras per day. I started this video with a pot in my hand, right? And I was giving water to the sun. So what a stupidity. Giving water to the sun? What will happen? Sun is so big. A small pot of water, what good it is going to do to the sun? Nothing now. That pot of water is not for the sun. It is for you yourself. Because when you pour water to the sun, what happens is, water has a capacity to divide the light into different fragments. And you pour the water, that water drops down from the top to the bottom, and light radiation that is coming from the rising sun, because it has to be done on the first hour of rising sun. Because that time when I was shooting that video, it was around 6 a.m. So right now here, as per the local time, the sunrise timing is 5:30. So I have to wake up at around 5:30, take bath, because I feel better. You can do it anyways. I feel better. I feel that when I am going to offer water to the sun, because I do it with some same kind of intention, right? So either you do it with the intention that you are offering water to the sun, or you do it with an intention of that you are trying to get the benefit of the sun radiation, whatever, but you should be doing it. Just hold that vessel, and vessel should be made up of copper. That is very, very important, because copper is the good conductor of heat and electricity. So when you pour like this, your lota or that vessel should be facing the sun, and you have to pour it. You have to keep your eyes wide open and experience the light that is going through that water that is dripping in front of you. And understand one thing, it's not just 7 colors, because anybody can explain you that light is divided into 7 colors and 7 colors. No, those 7 colors are not affecting. Those 7 colors are definitely important, because this is the visible light that we see. But our human ability to see is very, very limited. Total spectrum of light, out of the total spectrum of light, percentage of light visible to human beings is just 0.035%. Such a small percentage of light is visible, and rest of the spectrum, definitely it has an impact on our body. If you check my video on Gayatri Mantra, so it is all about, Gayatri Mantra is all about Savitu. Right? What is Savitu? Savitu is the light of the sun. The spectrum of the sun. The spectrum of the sun that is responsible for life that is happening on the earth. So your life, our life, my life, everything is happening because of the sun radiation. So those same sun radiations are impacted. And when you do this sanskara or this practice of pouring water, what happens is, those radiations enter your body in such a manner that it has a very, very positive impact, and you also generate the tolerance towards the sun. Only thing you have to do is wake up early in the morning, go to some rooftop, garden, wherever, a place where the rising sun is visible. right? Then take a copper lota in your hand, fill it with water, and just pour it. And while pouring it, if you can, you should be chanting the Surya mantra or mantra for the sun. The video for mantra for the sun is already there. Yeah, if you're not able to chant, not an issue. Just listen. I mean, take out the YouTube, listen to my video, and there the Surya mantra has been chanted for 11 times. That will have a very, very positive effect. Second thing that you need to do is you need to practice some of the mudras. First is Kaleshwar mudra is very, very important during this time. So at least for 2 years. Understand one thing. We saw the effect of Corona. Corona impacted our body. People were dying. But now this is going to impact your brain. So you will find lot many people insane going around. Right? So we have to save ourselves. And we have the remedy. Very, very simple remedy. So why not adopt it? Very simple. So just fold your hands. Namaste. And you have to keep all the knuckles tight, and this 2 fingers means middle fingers have to be erect like this. See, knuckles are touching each other. Perfect. Can you see this? And only this is rising now. Place it like this, and these thumbs should be touching each other. And just like this. Close your eye. You can do it by sitting on a chair, anywhere. No. So when you do this, it has a very positive effect on your brain. It increases the flow of energy towards your brain. Very, very positive effect. In fact, everybody should do it, especially the youth, because youth, students who are studying, they have to concentrate a lot. And if they do this mudra, it will affect their academics very, very positively. So in fact, this mudra affects everybody. So people who are psychologically unstable, for them, it is just like a lifesaver. So it's a very, very important mudra. You should be practicing it. Now, the second thing that you need to do is Uttar Bodhi mudra. Just Namaskar mudra. Clench all your fingers. Only the index finger have to be erect, and turn it like this. See, this way. There is already a video on my channel about mudras. So you have to place it on your belly button, right? And just close your eyes. So in case there is damage in the nervous system, this mudra, it has a healing effect. So it improves your nervous system, eliminates the damage, and you become psychologically a strong person. So these 3 simple things. You have to wake up in the morning, pour water, right? And next time when you see somebody pouring water like this, do not think that he is doing it for the sun, because sun doesn't need your water. It is not at all a stupidity. He is doing it for himself. We have a soul. This is our body, and this body is a temple. A supreme power is there in this body, and we have to take care of it, right? Who else? We are the first person who have to take care of it, and we are human beings because of our brain. And if something is going to affect our brain, we need to take care of it. These 3 things, these 3 practices can have a very positive effect on your body. And not only during this period, it will have a long run effect on your body. It will have an effect on your overall personality. Your personality will become very pleasing, positive. You'll ignore small things, because a bigger person, a smaller person. What is the difference? Smaller, I'm not talking about the size. I'm just talking about your behavior. Your behavior is very small. That means you will be consolidated. A small, somebody says something to you and you will be really affected. You will be broken. What is this? And a person who is great, who has a broader mind frame, he will not be affected by small things. If you say something wrong to him, he will just ignore. Some stupid, forget it. So, by doing these mudras, you actually become a bigger person. Your mentality becomes wider. You are not a narrow person anymore. So this is a very positive effect of these mudras and pouring water to the sun. So Surya Mantra is already there. But still, in this video, I'll chant once so that you can learn. And the graphics will also be there. Om Ram Reem Ram Saha Suryaya Namaha. Very simple. Om Ram Ha Ra Ram Hreem Ram Saha Suryaya Namaha. That's it. Very, very simple. Om Ram Ha Ram Hreem Ram Saha Suryaya Namaha. Right? So, Om Ram Hreem Ram Saha Suryaya Namaha. And whenever you chant this mantra, you do not have to breathe in between like this. Take a deep breath. Om Ram Hreem Ram Saha Suryaya Namaha. So it has to be in one go. You cannot do it like this. Om Ram. No, not like this. You have to take one breath, and when exhaling, you have to chant this mantra. You can chant this mantra inside without using your mouth, right? But initially, I always recommend that you should be speaking out the mantra. Once the mantra is added to your, because this is a beej mantra, and I already told about beej mantras, how they work. So when this mantra is added to your memory pattern, and that time, automatically when you will be sitting and worshipping the sun, or you will be pouring the water to the sun, automatically it is going to repeat inside you. So you are going to chant it automatically. You will not need to force yourself to start saying and chanting the mantra, right? So for chanting Surya Mantra, you can use a mala, a rosary, but I'll advise, don't go for all these things. Just sit and chant, simple. 108 number or 1020 number doesn't make much difference, right? As far as Surya Mantra is concerned. Some of the mantras do have a lot of effect because numbers are very important there. Here, the numbers are not important. You chant it, any number. You can keep a time period, say for 10 minutes, that's it. I'll be chanting this mantra. In 10 minutes, how many mantras you chant? That is your number. That is going to be your number for your chanting for the daily basis, right? This is what you can do. Simple remedies. Do not worry about anything. Our Mother Earth has capability to control each and every effect on our human body. That is why we call it Mother, because how the mother nurtures the child. Any kind of an issue, she'll just take care of the child, right? Child will even never know what is happening around. Right? In the same manner, our Mother Earth, our planet also protects her from all kinds of uncertainties, issues. So that is why we call it Mother. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.